Now, speaking of operators in the last lecture, we got a couple of different operators we can differentiate. We got query and projection operators. Query selectors, basically the different operators like $GT, which you saw in the last lecture, which allow us to narrow down the set of documents we retrieve, and projection operators that allow us to transform or change the data we get back to some extent. These are read-related operators. Now, we'll also learn about update-related operators later, where we can also basically update fields and arrays. And there are different techniques for operating these things, so normal fields or arrays in a document. We'll learn about this in the update module, of course. And we also got query modifiers. Now, this allows us to change the query behavior, and this is deprecated now. So this will not be covered anymore, because what you could do with these can now be done with the normal operators, basically. We also can do some aggregation, which is also reading data from the database, but allows you to do more complex transforms, basically. This is a very interesting concept, where you basically set up a pipeline of stages to funnel your data through, and you got a bunch of operators that allow you to shape the data you get back to the form you needed in your app. And therefore, we got a whole module for this, where this will be covered, the aggregation module. So in this module, we'll focus on the read operators. In the update module, we'll have a look at the update operators. Now, for inserts and deletes, there are no operators. For deletes, there are, but these will be the same as the read operators, because there you just need to find data you want to delete, and that works in the same way you find data to output. But for updating, we got some separate operators, and they will be covered in the update module. Now, how do operators impact our data? That depends on the type. If we got a query operator, like we'll use it in this module, we can use it to locate data. It does not change our data, and an example would be $EQ for equal, or GT, which you saw before. Projection operators, which we'll also see in this module, allow you to modify the data presentation, so the data you get back. This will also not change the data in the database, though, only change the look of it, which you get. Here, $ is an example. This will become clearer once we use projection operators. So in the end, we just got some tools to control the look of the data we get back. Update operators, which we'll cover in the update module, allow you to modify and add additional data, and this therefore does, of course, change the data. Inc, $inc is an example, which will increment the field by 1 or any amount you specify, and this is also something we'll see in the update module, of course.